What's good? It's your boy Tam Money, and today I'm gonna talk about working in the metaverse, having a job in the metaverse. The new theme that people gonna start working from home or living through computers and stuff like that. So when it really come down to it, though, oh, I had something on my screen, but when it really come down to it, though. I'm gonna read this article from the World Economic Forum website. When they talk about the jobs in the metaverse, they call it meta work, and since it's called meta work, it's really remote work. You're working from home, living through computers and stuff, and whole nine yards. Japan is already on top of this. They're 20 years ahead of us. When it comes to their technology and what they do for their country, but it's going to spread over the world, but definitely in the United States or just America. You know how the metaverse is popular here. What I'm saying, due to the simple fact that the Matrix, the movie Matrix, explains something like this, even though it's hard for us to understand what it means. But when it comes down to me, though, I was already part of some metaverses, World of Warcraft, Second Life, Roblox, what I'm saying? Trying to get into Minecraft, but the graphics, how people look in that game, that don't amaze me. But when it comes to Fortnite, though, I'm part of the Fortnite crew. I get direct deposit of V-Bucks and stuff. So, Fortnite's not a metaverse yet, but I'm going to be there in the beginning stages once it becomes a metaverse. But let's get into this blog now. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna read the headlines. Options. What is metal work, and can it benefit us? So what is metal work, and can it benefit us? You know what I'm saying? That's what it's trying to say. There are pros and cons to working in the metaverse. Metal work or remote working, like I said in the beginning, it's remote working. Or remote working in the metaverse can boost collaboration, improve training, but also reduce concentration, increase the likelihood of depression. Uh, Increase the likelihood, I don't know what that means. Employers must understand the upsides and the downsides to maximize the benefits of metaworking for their workforce. The metaverse isn't just a flashy virtual reality tool for entertainment and communication. With more people taking remote positions daily, it has many potential uses in a modern workplace and beyond. So how beneficial can remote working in the metaverse or metawork be? What are the pros and cons? Here, I explore these questions to determine if metawork is truly the adoption it is perceived to be. You know what I'm saying? Collaborating in the metaverse. A study by Stanford University has shown limited mobility and body language makes team meetings fatiguing and unproductive with standard video conference. But in the metaverse, remote employees can meet up and move around in customized virtual environments, benefiting companies' teamwork and collaboration. Employees can create 3D avatars with unique facial features and clothes. The avatars can even walk around between office and meeting rooms. Employees thousands of miles apart can discuss ideas and work on projects together in the same online room. Additionally, the metaverse built-in AI tracks the activity of individuals and teams. Managers can see each worker's strengths and weaknesses, or identify inconsistencies in the company workflow. Business can use the advanced form of analytics to make more information management and decision and boost productivity. I got an overbite in my teeth, so I never got braces because I got things. So that's why it's hard for me to pronounce certain things. So bear with me. Training in the metaverse. Computer screens can only be so effective at training new workers. The metaverse, virtual and augmented reality technologies allow companies to create 3D training simulations. These tools can provide more accurate demonstrations and practices to develop more capable employees. Workers in various industries can experience potential real-world situations inside the metaverse to prepare them for the real thing. Doctors and nurses can can practice complex procedures. Retail employees can go through different customers interactions, and fashion designers can test new clothes on virtual runways. The metaverse provide AI-powered digital coaches, chatbots, and other smart assistants in remote settings. Training manual have 3D displays and instructional guides. Every part of a standard employee training program becomes more interactive. Companies culture in the metaverse. The modern office, whether in person or remote, has clear heresy. I think that's what it is. Top executives often have their own office and conference rooms, while the average worker sticks to their smaller cubicles and other work areas. The structure makes it difficult for companies to establish a tight-knit and exclusive culture. The metaverse removes all barriers and glass ceilings, putting every employee on an equal virtual playing field. Companies can now create environments where workers have equal access to the whole space, regardless of their status. Instead of trying to communicate up the chain of commands, and entry-level workers can simply stop by the manager's virtual office. Employees can also change small details throughout the metaverse to meet their needs and preferences. The ability to alter in office size, color, music, decoration, and other design features help workers feel more independent. It helps cultivate a fun, productive work culture. Positive workspace culture was a massive part of yesterday's office success. People need a strong sense of fellowship to feel fulfilled and remain productive at their jobs. Metaverse challenges. A completely virtual office that improves teamwork and productivity sounds intriguing on paper, but workers haven't been entirely receptive to the idea. Cybersecurity companies, ExpressVPN, surveyed 1,500 remote employees and found that many are concerned about their privacy and security while using the metaverse. Critics have pointed out severe potential privacy issues within the metaverse, namely that the built-in AI will learn far more about individuals' users than necessary. It's unlikely workers want to work in an environment that watches every movement and constantly collects information. Another obvious question remains: is all of this healthy? Is it wise to put everyone inside stimulation for 8 or more hours daily? What are the long-term mental, physical, and social consequences of everyone wearing headsets and constructing artificial realities? Side effects of metaworking. Scientists have confirmed a laundry list of side effects from prolonged screen time, including anxiety, depression, brain drain. The average person ever shortened the attention span also comes from excessive use of TV, social media, and other forms of fast virtual entertainment. The constant use of electronics is especially harmful to teens and young adults. The people who will take over the global workforce in the coming decade, metawork could compound the aforementioned negative effects, stunts younger people development, making them ineffective workers and antisocial human beings for the rest of their lives. That basically described me right there. Because, when it comes down, not only playing video games, but being stuck on YouTube too. I'm constantly on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, I post this video on YouTube. But all that, when they said rest of your life, rest of their lives, that's me right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't make eye contact that much, especially with guys. I don't make full eye contact with guys, even ones at my job. Because what's the point? I don't want to look at your face. You looking at me, so you looking at me so hard, so I want to look at you so hard for it. So it did affect my life. I am antisocial human being. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that they said. You know what I'm saying? Antisocial. I am antisocial when it comes down to it. But at my job, I have no choice but to be social. Even with the people I don't like, they got attitude problems and caught up in their feelings. But that's one thing. The metaverse had great potential to change how companies collaborate, train new employees, and establish supportive cultures. However, privacy and health concerns should give business pause. If this technology is destined to become widespread across many industries, companies must be willing to expect and prevent the potential negative consequences of meta work. I'm surprised the World Economic Forum put their concerns out there because it makes sense. Even though you got the the VR headset as you see what these people are wearing, you know what I'm saying? Working and reading that, I can understand now why it could be difficult for people to get used to the VR headset though. But when it comes to the screen, when it comes to 2D though, when it comes to looking at it from the TV screen, we've been doing that since the beginning when the game consoles was coming out from the beginning, you know what I mean? And when it comes down to it, yeah, those who are capable of dealing with VR, I'm capable of doing. I'm gonna be honest. I never tried a VR. I never tried Oculus Quest or Meta Quest. I never bought those. I never tried those. So I could be wrong. It could give me motion sickness or anything in that matter. But the main thing I'm trying to say though is that when it really comes down to it though, 2D is the key of really helping people to work in the metaverse, by showing it from the screen. You know what I mean? So, that's what Roblox do. Roblox, they do it from the 2D screen. Well, I mean 2D, you seeing it from the screen. 3D, you have a VR headset. But when it comes to Roblox, they're amazing at what they do. Even though I'm not into it though, I was trying to get into Roblox, but I realized it wasn't for me. It reminded me of Legos and stuff like that. But I ain't gonna lie, if I was younger back then, if I was like basically in the 2000s when it first came out, if I would have known about Roblox, but I never owned a PC, so that's one thing right there. But but at the same time, when it comes to working remotely and stuff, it can be stressful and stuff like what Economic Forum knows. I'm glad they put that out there, but at the same time, it's going to get something. It's going to get used to. You know what I'm saying? Something like this is going to get going to get something used to. You know what I'm saying? So having a job in a metaverse, what I'm saying, it could be good money coming in, but when it comes to the health of your mind and your eyes and all this other stuff, like they say in this blog, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, give yourself, don't get sucked into the digital world is basically what they're trying to say. You need to have a balance between the digital and the physical. Same thing with spiritual people who have a balance between the physical and the spiritual, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to those who want to embrace the metaverse, which is going to be the majority of the 2/3 of the people of this earth, they need to have balance between the physical and the digital. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it really comes down to. So this is your boy Tad Money. I'm gonna look for other blogs too. You know what I'm saying? This might be the last one, but I don't know if it's not the last one. Because if you saw within this blog, there's other blogs you could click on to read through. But what I'm saying, I'm not signed into this website, and I can sign in if I want to, but basically what I'm trying to say, even though I can sign in if I want to, when it really comes down to it, it's just that I will sign in and look for more blogs to read for y'all, okay? To explain my home world and stuff like that. So that's when it really comes down to, what I'm saying, the having a job in the metaverse, it can be stressful for the mental state and also, the emotional state, but when it really comes down to it though, this is the beginning of it. This is the beginning of it. So this your boy Tad Money finna sign off. So be on the lookout for blogs like this and stay tuned. So peace.